All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do contact this Larry again. We're going to do contact report 92. Okay, it was translated by the Deep L translator. Corrections and improvements by Catherine Mossman and Joseph Darmanin, and Semyazi is the contact person. Okay, this was Wednesday, 23rd November, 1977 at 14:34 in the afternoon. That's 2:34 in the afternoon. Semyazi, I arrived as soon as possible, but unfortunately it still took several hours because I was simply not available. Billy, but I did not call you at all. Semyazi, in a sense, yes, because everything came out of you to me like a helpless scream. Your blockade was destroyed and evil influences were able to seize you. Billy, I do not understand. Semyazi, I am talking about what happened this morning. Billy, oh, I see. I know I acted crazily and panicked, but that is certainly only my fault. Somehow I have simply lost my nerve. Semyazi, sure, but this outburst of today was not your fault alone, because by destroying your blockade, all sorts of negative forces aimed at you were able to penetrate you, triggering a kind of explosion in you, which was already the case yesterday and the day before yesterday. Billy, I cannot imagine that. Semyazi, nevertheless, it is so. Billy, but how am I supposed to have destroyed my blockade? That is a mystery to me. Semyazi, you are completely overworked and your nerves are very weakened. I experienced these things this morning when your blockade collapsed and a very weird scream came from you to me. Quetzal tried to get to the bottom of things at my request and analyzed the following. Your powers of consciousness are tired to an extent that it is already dangerous for you. This also affects your nerves and you lose control over them. Primarily, the reason is that you are fully burdened and even overburdened with many problems that cause you hard work. According to Quetzal, you also work on the problems of no less than 11 people to whom you devote yourself at night, conveying health to them or otherwise sending them some impulses of help. Instead of sleeping, you will only fall asleep while doing heavy work with your powers of consciousness. That alone would be enough to destroy you in the shortest possible time in every respect, and it is a mystery to us how you have been able to cope with this at all so far, since according to Quetzal, you have already been working for several months in this very power consuming, kind and wise. But that is not all, because you are also doing manual work every day and have a lot of exhausting conversations with visitors, as well as the tasks with the center. Again, you have been influenced in negative form by the unpleasant concerns about Adolf, and currently also by things about Hans, whereby I have already pointed out to you several times, as with Adolf, that you must not rely too much on your feelings and on your charity, because the chance you gave them would not be used, and in the end would only be used against you. But you did not listen to me when you suffered damage. But now it has come so far that you are at the end of your strength and can no longer go on. Your nerves are ruined, and that endangers our entire mission. Not only are you getting more and more behind with your written work, but you are slowly running the danger of destroying yourself. You already know the beginning of this because you have seen and experienced what has resulted from it. If you continue like this, your end will soon be near and unpredictable at a much earlier time. Billy, I know, but what should I do about it? I cannot just leave all those lying in the salt for which I have to be worried. Semyazi, you shall burden yourself with less work in other relationships, so you remain with your strength and are finally able to do the work that you have imposed on yourself in cooperation with us. This written work is getting more and more in arrears. Billy, but who is going to do all the other manual work? Semyazi, there are enough group members who can do it. Billy, it is really easy for you to talk because they also have to do their work every day. Semyazi, if things are organized overall, then it can be arranged without much effort. You should appoint someone to take over the organization as you once suggested to me. Engelbert would be the best suited for this. Billy, you have ideas. Of all people, he already has so much to do that his ears will soon wiggle. Semyazi, talk to him about it anyway, because he is the best. But now I have to explain to you that in the future you should only devote yourself to your work. But that you can do this again, as always, it is necessary that I take you with me to my ship for a few minutes to regenerate your nerves and also some other things in you. Billy, as you like. Semyazi, it will not take long. Come now. Billy, we were gone about 20 minutes. Semyazi, how do you feel now? Billy, much better than before. Semyazi, sure, that is how it should be. But now, please be careful with your powers, and from now on, please act according to my advice. Billy, I want to try it. One thing I ask myself now, only now I realize that there was something wrong with me. But from where came this wrongness and why? Semyazi, you destroyed your blockade by all your work and your burdens, which you did not realize because your anger almost made you race and lose all control. As a result, malignant swinging waves penetrated into you, which are directed at you by directional beam devices through the Giza Intelligences. The rupture of the blockade meant that these swinging waves were able to penetrate you unhindered, and trigger reactions in you that are dangerous not only for yourself but for all our tasks, because you act so unreasonably and emotionally when these swinging waves hit you that have to work destructively upon you. All the group members surrounding you, however, do not understand your actions when you reacted to these attacks in such a manner that they also badgered you harshly and possibly badmouthed you, although it would be better for them to thoroughly consider the how and why of your suddenly very different actions and assist you accordingly. At least in this manner, they could help you in small measures. But this morning, only your wife really tried to do that, while Amata acted completely inappropriately. Jacobus also seemed to be understanding, even if he looked at things from a somewhat simpler observation point. Billy, they really could not know what was going on, because I did not even know for sure. Semyazi, sure, but Amata had completely absurd thoughts, as Quetzal found out, and they were quite crude thoughts. Billy, all right, I do not want to know. Better tell me what to do about Hans. Semyazi, I will discuss this with Father first, after which I can give you some advice. In 2 days, at the latest, I will be here again and bring you the latest calculations regarding the center times. I meet Father tonight, then it can perhaps already tomorrow that I come again to you. And one more time. I meet Father tonight, then it can be perhaps already tomorrow that I come again to you. Billy, well, I would like to discuss a more difficult problem with you in private. Semyazi, that will be possible, sure. Billy, then one more question. Would it be possible for me to do my report writing with the Remington in the office one day? It is not an electric typewriter. It is an electric typewriter that I would like to try out for this purpose. Okay, it is not an electronic typewriter. It is an electric typewriter that I would like to try out for this purpose. Semyazi, if you are sufficiently familiar with the device, you can be ready there at 1600 hours. Billy, I think it should work. Semyazi, then I want to go now. Goodbye, and please consider my advice. Billy, sure, I will do my best. Take care, girl, and thank you very much. If I did not have you, human child, ... Semyazi, it is all right, my friend. Do not thank me. Billy, then I will not, but you are a golden child. Goodbye. Semyazi, goodbye. And in this contact report on the Future of Mankind website, which is what I'm reading. It's www.futureofmankind.co.uk/Billy_Meyer/contact_report_092. At the bottom of this contact report, there's pictures of the center, and there's snow all over the ground, and there's circles where Manara landed her ship. Landing track of Manara's ship taken during a lightning visit on 11/23/1977, during the time when Billy's wife went to Schmidrudi for just under 10 minutes to take a child to school. Ice thickness is about 12 centimeters. Okay, her ship, for some reason, I guess she doesn't have landing gear or whatever, her ship actually burns the ground. It makes a circle on the ground. So there's 4 pictures here showing Billy's wife and one of his sons, I believe, out looking at this landing spot right in front of the center. So she landed her ship right out the front door. And about 6 pictures here. Anyway, that is Contact Report 92. And we'll get on with 93 as soon as I get a chance. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.